Sound is half of the experience. Making a living as a creative in Africa is a dream come true for me. It is not easy, but it is definitely possible. Hi, my name is Lushinjilo, and I use sound to enhance the moods, tones, and atmospheres of film, music, and television. Today, I'll be sharing with you what a typical day looks like for a final mixer working in television. My daily routine is set that my day starts at 5 hours in the morning, although it's not always that easy. Getting out of bed can be a struggle sometimes. On the days I actually wake up at 5, the first thing I do is go to the kitchen and heat some water to bath. As the water heats up, I pull up the current book I'm reading and I feed my mind. Mornings for me are when I find that my mind is at its sharpest, learning is easier, and ideas just flow with ease. I spend this time pondering and journaling interesting ideas I get from my readings. By 6:30 to 6:45, I head out for work. When I arrive at work, it's our culture to go around and greet everyone before sitting in our suits.
Good, man. How are you?
I'm good.
Having eaten at home, once I get to the audio suite, I immediately grab my headphones and get to organizing the mix of the day. The editor of the episode would have given me an AAF file with all the audio information and a video render for my reference. My phone is a huge distraction, and on the days I remember, I switch on the do not disturb function and I start. The major show I focus on is Zambezi Magic Simpali, a TV series following the life of a polygamous family living on a huge farm. I mix audio the whole day, so in order for me to avoid ear fatigue, I'm always mixing at low volumes. The pace in the television industry is very fast, so blocks of time undisturbed are vital for me to meet my deadlines. Audio post-production is a tedious task most of the time, and so I spend hours and hours cleaning up noises in audio. This is called spotting. I take care of clicks and pops and clicks and pops and clicks and pops for hours on end. And this is very important because after all, dialogue is king. I have recently figured out my process for film post-production and I am working to refine it each and every day. Rest is just as important as the work, so once it's 13 hours, I step out of my cave. At this point, I take a walk to grab some food by the shops nearby. I also spend this time brainstorming some of the ongoing projects and other things I have going on in my life. Once my lunch break is over, it's back to mixing. This is a tough part of the day because of the energy dip that happens at around 15 hours. I tend to take more regular breaks at this time to keep me refreshed. Once the dialogue is done being cleaned and leveled, I get to mixing it with effects like EQ and compression. I use noise reduction tools like Isotopes RX to just clean out any troublesome noises. After that, I get to the soul of the mix, the music. This part of the process uses music to enhance the emotion of the scenes. It is a great opportunity to use sound to tell the story. After the music, I move on to the ambience and sound effects. I can't share what is on my screen and the sound of it because our projects are highly confidential. However, I can share that one of my responsibilities as a final mixer, if not the greatest responsibility, is to re-evaluate some of the choices made in the editing process and see if they can be better. Another thing I've found is that as a final mixer, it is your responsibility to enhance the actor's performance by making their sound-based performances consistent and audible. After a few more hours of mixing, I render my files and make sure they meet the loudness specifications of TV broadcast. I then upload my deliverables in WAV formats and then I head back home. I get home between 17:30 to 18 hours depending on the traffic. I am blessed to have my own studio space at home, and so when I get home, it's time for me to work on some side projects. I usually spend time recording music for my friends, and when those sessions are done, I spend the time mixing. By 21 hours, I head back into the house, spend some time watching TV or playing games, and then I head out to bed around 22 hours. My name is Lushinjilo, and thank you for listening.